Holiday season will be a lot less joyful if we didn't have our furry loved ones around. This Thursday, I enjoyed it better when we were sharing the camera space.
And we were close up on my mouth, chewing.
Oh, no, okay, never mind.
Okay.
This Thursday, we want to remind pet owners how to keep your loved ones safe. So here to help is veterinarian and owner of Nova Mobile Vet, Dr. Eric Cryan. And we profiled the mobile vet before. Go look. Find out where it is. This is the best idea ever, especially for our older animals. But anyway, we can talk about that later. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for having me back. Great to see you guys again.
We appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure. My
both.
pleasure. I figured this holiday season, well said, you want to make sure, to keep your fur kids, safe throughout the holidays.
Fur kids, I love fur kids.
Yep.
That's so cute.
And, and just like Bliss is interested in the empanadas and everything else, she's a good girl.
This is what you don't want to feed the dog, right?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, everything in moderation. What you worry about around the holidays is, the classic case is a dog breaks into the trash, or like in Christmas Story, gets the whole turkey, and you worry about a big fatty meal, a lot of turkey skin, they can get pancreatitis, or God forbid with the bones, even though the majority of time dogs can eat these things. I see them when they get struck and get an obstruction and need surgery or something like that. And so, you got to err on the side of caution. You want to avoid grapes and raisins because, they can poison the kidneys. Onions can cause oxidative damage to the blood. And so, there's certain things you want to avoid in addition to the chocolate pecan pies and normal stuff people think
So basically, feed them their food.
Yeah, that's the best thing. I mean, the last thing you want to do is, during the holidays is have your four-legged friend, family member be sick and have to come see me, and so, you want to have them, keep them safe, give them the regular food. If it's stressed and everyone's around the holidays and it's allowed, give them some place where they can, relax and be by themselves. Some dogs can get overwhelmed and stressed, when you have everyone there for the holidays, and if they're not used to a lot of loud noise and kids and family drama, which can come in during Thanksgiving.
Right, you don't want them protecting you while you're at your house with family members. That's a whole other scene.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so feed them. What about if you're at the table, though? And I know you said in moderation. I mean, if there's no skin on the turkey, could we just slide them a little piece of it?
Generally speaking, I see the overweight dogs like myself that, the labs that have been eating too much and, have the orthopedic problems. But, it's not going to be the end of the world if you gave them a little piece of bland turkey, or
just a little piece.
Just a little bit, truth be told, I'd be lying to say if I don't have the Italian in-laws come over and can't avoid Bliss's face and give her stuff and things like that.
Right.
But, it's not going to poison them, but, you want to avoid excessive stuff. You want to avoid really fatty stuff, and the best thing is give them what they normally want. It's already a stressful time during the holidays. You worry about them getting into table scraps and things on the floor and things like that. So trying to avoid excessive stuff. Last thing you want to deal with vomiting, diarrhea, or worse.
Now, it's really the best. I mean, you were talking about bland turkey. If you're gonna feed them anything, is really turkey going to be, I mean, is it just not good for them, or is it just the seasonings that go into it? What's really the problem with the turkey?
Yeah, I mean, the real fatty, fried turkeys like some of us like, or, the seasonings can upset their stomach. Some cases, if a dog has GI problems, you might give them a bland diet of 1 part protein, like turkey or ground beef, and then, 3 parts kind of plain white rice or something to settle their stomach. So that in itself is going to be okay, but when you mix in all the seasonings and all the butter and all the richness that we Americans all like, that can be too much for a lot of dogs, and that's when they can get problems, and unfortunately have to see me or another qualified veterinarian.
Right.
Have you been called on Thanksgiving before?
Unfortunately, I've had to work all the holidays over the years. Fortunately, we're off today, so I can celebrate me and my staff for the holidays. But when I worked in previous hospitals, I certainly did my share of Thanksgivings and had to deal with that drama.
Wow.
Yeah. So in the time we have left together, can you talk about your service? Because I really do feel like it's, because grooming companies come around a lot to see those trucks, but rarely do you see a vet come around and care for the animals.
Yeah, at Nova Mobile Vet, you call us and, we go to your home in Northern Virginia and we bring a full service, hospital that has, x-ray, surgery, dentistry, everything I, use for high quality hospitals I worked at for the last, decade and change since I've been a veterinarian. We show up and sometimes it's as easy as just giving an exam in the house, where they're not stressed, and we can look at it at home, and it's a lot less stress for the cats and elderly dogs with orthopedic issues. We just saw a 210-pound Mastiff that, couldn't get in a car the other day and was having knee problems. So, that's a hard thing to, drive around the average car. So, they can call me and we can go see them and give them all the expertise and diagnostic and therapeutic equipment they expect at a brick and mortar hospital just, at their home.
Oh,
I love that.
and
I
so
love
sweet.
that.
Can we take this picture again, by the way, of the
So
dog?
Bliss is so
please?
adorable. And
Oh.
Bliss was trained to be a seeing eye dog, is that right?
Yeah, she's a good girl, but she was in the initial stages of being seen eye dog, and what they do is they put them in a family for a couple years, but she had skin allergies, so she saw me at my previous hospital, and I had lost my other, adopted mutt, and they said, well, we don't want to kick her out and send her back up to New York. We should find her a good home, and so me and my wife and kids, adopted her, and she's been a fantastic addition the last
what
5
a
years
great
or so.
story.
Yeah.
That's
I know
sweet.
she's thankful for you as you are for her.
And for that
we're very
hand
blessed to
that's
have
petting
Bliss during the
her.
holidays for the family.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thank
Happy
you.
Thanksgiving.
Well, speaking of pets and Thanksgiving, there's a great cause happening tonight right here on the Fox Network. Stars like Hilary Swank, Jane Lynch, well, they're co-hosting Cause for Paws. It's a one-of-a-kind event. It celebrates man's best friend. It's an all-star dog spectacular. It features dogs that are up for adoption. Now, some special guests include Fergie Ferg, Josh Duhamel, Scarlett Johansson, Betty White, LeAnn Rimes,
Wow.
Kesha. I know, it's huge.
It's a big,
it is.
There you
A-list.
go. And more, apparently. So it starts at 8 p.m. right here on Fox 5. It's must-see TV.
And you're going to adopt 3 more, aren't you? I know it.
Somebody help me.
She's got a problem. Still ahead at 9.